Yo, Jonathan here. This is the Yoga Pro 7 from Lenovo, which has a display so good that even as a MacBook user, I'm a little envious of. Before I dive into that though, this video is special for a couple different reasons. One, Lenovo was one of the first companies to reach out after I dropped that health update video earlier this year, so I'm excited to kick off a partnership with them. And two, I get to do this video with a very special young man, Matthew Brightbill, who I would not have met if none of this happened.
My name is Matthew Brightbill. My eyes, I have colobomas, right?
Right, colobomas.
They started with my father, and they're not as worse with me, but I'm almost completely blind in my left eye.
So hearing that was definitely a gut punch, but seeing how Matthew carries himself, whether it be school or band or just life in general, was super inspiring. I have an upcoming video with some tech that has helped Matthew, but in the meantime, I quickly realized he was a fellow nerd and we instantly bonded over tech. Where things get a little interesting though is I thought it might be fun to surprise Matthew with this laptop that we're talking about. But upon talking to him and his parents, they thought it would be better to surprise somebody else. She says Michelle has a friend named Anna.
Yes.
And she thought it would be a cool idea. Like, what if we surprised her with this laptop?
I think it would be a huge step from what she has.
She's a young lady we met when my daughter got into high school, into the marching band. We've come to find out that she's had a pretty rough life, so we've been trying to help her out and just she's got the go. She wants to keep moving and she's going in the right direction all by herself, but she needs help. People can't just be in the world by themselves, so we're just trying to help her out.
So it looks like we might have a part 2 with that surprise, so definitely stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, Matthew was back out in California, and all he wanted to do, because he is so into tech, is check out the laptop with me. So you surprised me today. We were texting and you said that you had done a ton of research on this.
Yes, sir.
What is a ton? Like, what is a ton of research to you?
I've looked at a lot of websites, I've watched a ton of videos, and I've gotten a lot of information about what this laptop has to offer.
You want to do it?
Sure.
Power brick. That's clean.
There you go.
It's actually really well built.
It is, yeah. This thing is very sturdy. It has a lot of good I/O, a bunch of that stuff. What shocked me was how thin and light it was. So usually with a laptop this light, you don't usually get as much I/O. With this thing, you have a full-size HDMI, 2 USB-Cs which can be used for charging. You have a USB-A port over here, 3.5 microphone headphone combo jack. You have your power button, and you have your camera shutter.
Oh, that's slick. I did not know that. All right, I'm gonna quit right now and you're just gonna do this on the channel forever? Because that was really well done.
Thank you. The good thing about Lenovo is that they tend to do this with all of their laptops. Even their lower end ones. With the lower end ones, it might not be a switch on the side, it's just a little switch up at the top.
Right. Full-size HDMI is cool too.
Yeah, that's not something you don't usually see on a laptop this small.
I feel like that's another laptop test, right? Like,
yeah, one finger. That's awesome.
Can you open this up? Because
Yep.
some laptops are just like, you do this,
and it just lifts up the whole chassis.
Takes the whole laptop with it.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious about this trackpad because that's also very important to a laptop experience, is how good is the trackpad. I guess we got to give it its first boot, right? Let's power this on.
Okay.
You take the honors.
Looks like it's starting up.
Okay, backlit keys is also something right off the bat that I noticed.
Yeah. There we go. The yoga sign.
That's a vivid display.
That is. I can already tell the colors are very, very there.
Yeah, that's vibrant as heck.
Yeah. When I did my research, this laptop had a chunk of everything. It's for everybody.
We did learn some cool stuff with the actual I/O because there are some differences on the ports. USB-A is 5 gigabits a second. There's one USB-C that is 10, and the second USB-C port is actually USB 4. So that's going to get you a whopping 40 gigabits per second.
I just realized This trackpad is huge. So, if you're looking for a laptop with a massive trackpad, this one's got your back.
Yeah, it feels really nice. I think that's one thing that sometimes would turn me off from a Windows laptop experience is the trackpad. But this one feels really good.
And while we're on that, have you noticed this? There is no flex in this chassis whatsoever.
Yeah, no, it's built
Yeah.
extraordinarily well.
There is no flex in there. Wow. Okay. I'm just going to say how very vibrant this home screen is.
You can see the difference.
Yeah.
Anything particular that stands out to you?
The colors, the pink, and then how black that black is.
And I will say we also have some like fairly harsh light up there.
And the viewing angle, what kind of display is this? LCD? It is a 2.8K OLED.
120 hertz refresh rate.
Yeah. That is smooth as butter.
I feel like we're curious about the speakers, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, that's very clear.
It's wider than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
There's good separation.
Blue skies blazing early June. Start running fast, no sign of this so forecast cloud.
Vocals are nice and crisp. Yeah.
Like if you sit right in the middle,
Yeah.
it's pretty wide. I feel like you can hear the guitar here and the guitar here.
Yeah. That's wow. Takes away all words.
You have an SSD in your laptop, right?
Yeah, I have 1 terabyte.
Okay. See, back in the day, they had these things called, well, they still have them, but mechanical hard disks, hard drives, like
Floppy disks.
not that ancient, but I mean, I remember trying to remember, like, I mean, back in the day, like when my first PC, I mean, you would get a hard drive, like a fast hard drive at the time would be like 140 megabytes
Wow.
a second. I feel like most stock Windows PCs were probably like 60 to 80 megabytes a second, and then if you got like a fast one, it was 140. So the first SSDs, I think you would see jumps up to like 400 megabytes a second, and then you would get to 500, and that would be extraordinarily fast. For context, this is reading at 6,000 megabytes a second.
Yeah.
Which is
Wow. That's fast. Overall, I like it. Graphics are amazing. Screen's amazing. Speakers are great. The keyboard, it's amazing. It's up there. It's better than other keyboards I've used. The fact that it's backlit makes it even better.
Does that help your eyes?
It does. Especially in the dark. Like in a dark room, the backlit keyboard has an impressive view. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, and then we were also saying the viewing angles are really solid too.
Yeah. Like, it's angled down. I'm looking at it at this angle. I can see the screen almost perfectly. It's in a very impressive view angle. Before seeing it, I thought it was going to be a good laptop for someone. It's going to be a good laptop for anybody. Like, but now I'm really seeing it's going to be a good laptop for someone in school. Like, this blew me out of the water. I did not expect it to be this impressive.
What part blew you out of the water?
The screen, the speakers, the backlit keyboard. I did not know it had that.